What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to day 8 of my 50K Topstep account. And today we finally broke the losing streak of 3-day losing streak back to back to back. So we got a win for today. We won about 650 before the commissions get taken out. And so I'm gonna just be breaking down my trade today as usual. So I've already drew out my highs and lows. And so after that, we jump right to the 15 minute. And I started marking up structure from here. And then you can see price broke bullish. And then at 6 o'clock, we was here. So after that, I dropped down to my 5-minute time frame. And now I'm looking at 5-minute structure and looking at potential supply and demand zones that would be ideal for me to enter at. So just from drawing 15-minute structure, I'm of course looking at this deeper zone down here, which would be a more ideal entry for a bigger pullback so it can slingshot up to my TP. And then also, if I can delete this, if I draw a 5-minute structure, we was looking like this right here. So if I delete this, you can see this made a long upper wick candle. And at this point in time, right before it printed that candle, I was looking at this zone for a demand right here. It's a smaller zone, but I was still eyeing it to see if it could potentially bounce out that zone and shot back up, which is obviously what it did. So with this entry, once it finally retested this zone, I was going to enter here. And obviously, my highs and lows are my TP areas. So I'm looking for a 1 to 2. If it's not a 1 to 2 before it reached those highs and lows, I have to modify my entry to a 1-minute entry, or I have to miss out on the trade altogether. So in this case, it was just a 1.3. So I couldn't take the entry out to 5-minute. Just for me personally, it's not high probability. So drop down to the 1-minute time frame. And what I can see is on the 1-minute, price was like this, and it came and swept this 5-minute low, 5-minute higher low. And then after it swept that 5-minute higher low, I got a break of the candle on the 1-minute. So this the retested candle. Price printed this bearish candle right here, and I think this is the candle. I think it was this one right here, this doji, a break of that candle, and then my stop loss was still below this low, and my TP was a 1 to 2 right here. And so this was my entry on a 1-minute. So I wait for a 5-minute liquidity sweep, which is right here. And then I usually enter on the 1-minute with a pattern similar to this, like this. And then I look for a 1-minute demand zone to then get a break of the candle and then to buy it up. But in this case, I just strictly entered off a 1-minute break of the candle, which for me is more aggressive. The more ideal entry, I don't think I would have gotten it. So let me delete this. If I was to looking for my more conservative entry on a 1-minute, I would wait for price to do something like this. Pull up, pull down, that's when it hit the demand zone. I would be waiting for a breaker structure of this high, which we finally got right here, and then looking for it to retest a demand zone. So the only demand zone that I would probably use is this one, and it didn't quite reach it yet, so I would have had to miss out on this entry. Of course, this huge zone right here could be a demand zone as well, but it's just too big for me. So I would have used this zone, but it didn't hit. So I would have ended up missing out on this entry or probably finding another entry within this structure. But regardless, we ended up getting in off the more aggressive entry. And luckily, we didn't get too much drawdown. And we still ended up hitting TP. So this was my trade for today for day 8. And then I'm going to show you how the stats. Let me see. Okay, 644 for today. It was 650, and then after commission 644. So for this week, we're up 288 because we took that loss on Monday. And Thursday, Friday, and Monday, we had losses back to back to back. But one thing that I am happy about is that even with all of these losses, 5 losses, only 3 wins, before we got this win for today, I was still up on the account in the positive. It was only 100 and some change, but I was still up. So that's one of the things that I have been working on this year is just staying disciplined to my risk to rewards and staying disciplined to my positioning sizes. So keeping my losses small and then keeping my wins consistent with 1s to 2s and not trying to pull out early or not trying to be greedy and pull out more profit. So this win right here on Friday was a big reason that I stayed in profit because I think with this one I entered 2 contracts and it covered really all of my losses. And then when I got this win on Wednesday, it kept me in a positive as well, even after these 3 losses. So that's why I was able to take a good amount of losses and then still be in profit. And hopefully we can flip that losing streak and turn it into a win streak and hopefully win 3 days in a row. Hopefully 4 days from Tuesday to Friday. And then we can end up getting a payout. We need 2 more winning days to get a payout. So we got 3 out of 5 right now. And hopefully I can get that payout this week. If I get 2 winning days to Wednesday and Thursday, then I probably won't trade Friday, and I just end up requesting a payout, hopefully. So ideally, I would want my account to be above 2K so that I can have a good amount of buffer. But if not, I'll just take like a very small withdrawal just so I can feel what it's like to get the withdrawal from Topstep. It'll be my first payout. So yeah, I see y'all tomorrow for day 9 of my Topstep account. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe, comment if you have any questions, and I'll see y'all on the next one.